Okay, so starting with what is a legal audit? A legal audit is defined for our purposes as an investigation into the structure, governance, and business practices of a ministry from a legal perspective for the purpose of ensuring compliance. And please consider that this is meant to be a preventative process, because the goal is to make sure that we take the internal review now, so that we don't have to worry about or ultimately feel like we're sort of looking over our shoulders for external review. So when we consider, for example, an IRS audit, the language they use is a discovery of liability and enforcement. Like, that's the language that they use. So they don't typically just come out and say audit, they'll say a discovery of liability and enforcement. And that has to do with looking into the requirements associated with an audit, that where there is an inquiry, there's a basis for an inquiry, and that there's notice given to the church. That's really it. Those two things are the basis for when the IRS can conduct an audit of a church. And the truth is, and I think Michael would absolutely agree with me, it's not that common that churches would be audited externally by the Internal Revenue Service. In fact, there was an entire period where the system was halted because the determination of who was a high enough agent to be able to conduct the audits was not clarified. But that has since been clarified, and the process is a reality. While it is something that we would hope that churches and ministries would not face with any level of, any great level. The truth is, we want to make sure that we are prepared, and not just because of those external reasons. I'll share with you some examples, some practical examples that apply to many churches where I've seen the system be helpful.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more finance, governance, and fundraising news and insights for your church or ministry.